Let's say it again, Jesus. 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 Just say the name, Jesus. Jesus. We thank you, Lord, that you're here today. We thank you that you have taken time out of your day to be with us. So God, we thank you that we have pointing ourselves towards you. We're getting our focus on you right now. We center ourselves on you. The chaos around us, we leave so that we might be in your presence today. Heal our land, God. Your word promises that if we humble ourselves before you, that if we seek your face, that we turn from our own ways of doing things, that you will forgive us and that you will heal our land. We declare that you heal our land. Only Jesus can fix what's going on. The name Jesus, only the name Jesus can fix what's going on. A name more powerful, it shakes hell when his name is mentioned. His name is offensive to most people because his name is powerful. His name is holy. His name is righteous. His name is true. And we declare his name over us individually and over our church, over our families, in the name of Jesus. Miss Dottie Carr from Nashville. Go ahead, Miss Dottie, anytime you want.
Jesus loves me, this I know. Sing with me, guys, kids. For the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him we owe. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me, he who died. Heaven's gifts he'll open wide. He will wash away our sin. Let this little child come in. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I once was lost and now I'm found.
seen out an email. I didn't think about it until I got here this morning, so I apologize for that. Kind of a busy weekend for us. I went to 2 graduations yesterday. Matter of fact. Last night's graduation from Miami High School was at the football stadium at NEO. I got to thinking when I saw the scoreboard, it was right behind where the teachers sat and the superintendent and the principals, all the mucky-muck, as we call them, were sitting there. I thought about that scoreboard and it being a weekend of family. There's a lot of families there together for the graduation of their seniors. We were there, our whole family was together, been together since Thursday afternoon. Dog only got out once, which was a miracle in itself. But I got to thinking about family, because as I looked across the crowd, I knew several families that the dynamics of their family had changed recently. So I got to thinking about how blended families. There's blended families, and then there's families in a blended. And all the dynamics, the different dynamics of people trying to figure out which side, whether it be the home team or the visitors team, that they would settle. Still talking about families. The scoreboard. If you're looking at football scoreboard, talking about first downs are a success in football, but first down is a family. First to put down the other one is not really a pretty thing. And when the dancing in the end zone takes on a different dimension if we're talking family, as we wrestle with how to get along with each other, how to blend these families, and how to cause the family to be at peace when it becomes multiple families. I don't know why my mind just kept going this month. Maybe it's the 2 graduations I went to. It's caused me to see a lot of different things. Blue Jacket graduation was fun. 21 or 22 seniors. And then Miami, it took an hour to get them to get their diplomas almost, it seemed like. First downs are forward progress. A lot of keeping score, a lot of choosing sides, a lot of, if you talk baseball, it'd be strikeouts, wouldn't it? It'd be, everyone wants to be an umpire. Oh my. In the family, to try to call the shots. Functional becomes dysfunctional. I just thought about all of that, and it goes with what the message has been. I've been working on it for 3 weeks and changed it up at least half a dozen times the dimension of how I was going to visit about it. Here we go. There were 3 Jewish guys. One of them was named Moses Horowitz. He had like a Beatles haircut in the 30s or the 40s. They say that maybe his haircut actually encouraged the Beatles to get a haircut like that. Could. Louis Feinberg, who became a concert violinist, professional concert violinist. He was also a professional boxer. Became a professional boxer. How about these 3 Jewish guys? Another one named Jerome Horowitz, who was a brother of Moses. In the 40s, in the 50s, did what looked like breakdancing and even the moonwalk that they think maybe Michael Jackson got his inspiration through the moonwalk. That's who those 3 guys are. 3 Jewish guys. Moses is Mo. When he was a kid, he had long, wavy hair, and the kids would make a lot of fun of it. Back then, long hair wasn't in style. And so he liked to be called Harry. You had Larry, he's on the left there. Larry was a highly intelligent man. Very intelligent, very talented man. Curly, who they say was the most famous of the Three Stooges, Curly was also a very smart man. His older brother didn't think much of him and didn't think he had much that he could bring to the table for the Three Stooges when he took Shim's place. Everybody remember Shim? We kind of forget about Shim because he was there, and then later on, after the Three Stooges left the studio and did one last movie together, it was the three guys. Larry wasn't there, but Mo, Curly, and Ship were together. All of their last names was Horowitz. They were brothers. Those three men. Three guys. Got to think about family again. I thought that was really curious about how God took me to families so much this weekend, and I had already studied out the Three Stooges, and it was about family too. At the end of their lives, it was about family, being together. In fact, they only made one movie together, those three brothers. They're right at the end of their career. Shortly after, one of them passed away. I think it was one. I want to talk about three Jewish people. One was King Saul. We know King Saul, he had disobeyed God, had allowed some of the people he was supposed to destroy to live, and he took some of their best cattle and sheep and other belongings that God had told him to destroy. And the prophet came to him and said, "What did you do?" And he said, "Well, the people wanted me to do it, so I did it for the people." He says something very curious when he's repenting, supposedly. Remember, repentance is 180-degree turnaround. You're headed that way. 180 repentance, you're headed the other direction. His wasn't a true repentance, because what he did was he told the prophet, he said, "Okay, I'm sorry I did that, but honor me in front of the people. Honor me in front of the people. I apologize, but honor me in front of the people." So he didn't really want to become clean with what he had done. Remember the story of David killing Goliath. Well, David was put in charge of some army for Saul. Saul put him in charge. But the girls and the ladies would sing songs about David, and they'd say Saul killed his thousands, but David killed his tens of thousands. And so Saul got puffed up, got jealous, and would try to kill David. And David's response to me is the response, I really love his responses to several situations that happened in his life. And with Saul, he saw Saul as the one that God had chosen to be king, and he thought it was nowhere in his business to try to take Saul out. Even though, as a teenager, he had been anointed by that same prophet to be the new king. And so David knew that he was going to be the next king. But he would not touch Saul. There were several times when he had the opportunity to kill him. His men, in fact, wanted to do it. His men would try to even embarrass Saul, and David was upset that they embarrassed Saul, and apologized to Saul about embarrassing him at times. So he shows an apologetic. David shows something in his character. He said at one time he had a chance to kill Saul because Saul had went into a cave to relieve himself. Think for yourself on that. But David had snuck up and cut the edge of his robe off. And he came out and said, "See, I could have killed you." After Saul came out of the cave, he said, "I could have killed you. But there is no evil, nor rebellion in my hand." how could he think it was rebellion to take out the king if he was the next king to come? It seems curious, doesn't it, that he would not want to take his position, but he was very cautious, and I think trusted God with where his future was. I think there's a clue there.
He would have took it his time and been about him instead of God's time.
Yes. Now, if you got something to say, if you would come to the microphone and help us. I couldn't hear last week. Also, it will help us on the video if you want to participate in the discussion. Would you like to do that? I didn't mean to embarrass you.
No.
I should have said that up front.
Just wanted to bring out a point that David wanted to do it in God's time.
Yeah.
If he'd have killed Saul when it was convenient for him, it would have been about himself. Therefore, it would have also entered that whole situation of pride coming back into the anointing again. It was God's timing, huh?
Yeah.
And I like the idea when he says, I will not raise my hand against God's appointment.
Yeah.
I've kind of learned to live by that in a lot of situations I've been in. It's been good.
You can read the story about David's son Absalom, because after David became king, Absalom tried to steal away the kingdom from David. In fact, he became king. The people made him a king for a short time. What he did was he went and got a prophet, a man of God, to go before him and talk about how great he was and that he was the one. I've noticed that a lot in my life, how people use God's name to back up what they're going to do, and it's something they wanted to do themselves. I've seen that before.
Oh, me.
So composing it, that's you. Shimei, one of the cousins of King Saul. When David was, right after King Saul and his sons had been killed in battle, David and his men were going through a territory, and they go past this one village, and Shimei is alongside of the road, hollering curses at David, throwing stones at his men, kicking the dust up. If you can just imagine, it's a silly look. I had a picture of this guy walking along, kicking up dirt and throwing rocks and cussing at the people in the column, in the marching column. And Shimei said this, he says, God judged the blood of Saul upon you, and that's why your son Absalom is trying to take over the throne. You brought it on yourself. But David had avoided the blood of Saul. But this man made that point. Here's David's response. Again, I love the way David responds to people. Now he's the king, remember. He told his men, because his men want to go up and just take the guy out. And he told his men, he said, leave him alone. Let him curse me. Perhaps God will have mercy on me because of the way he's treated me. Has anybody ever done that? When somebody misused you and abused you, you said, oh, leave him alone, let him do that. I've never done it. Should have, but I've never done that. That's a hard thing to do. Especially if you know you're in the right, you really had nothing to do with what you're being accused of. Which has happened. Probably to all of us in the room. Our response needs to be similar to what David's was. Would my circumstances have turned out differently had I responded like David? Might have. Might have been peaceful. Might have been a different outcome if I had used David's method of dealing with people. When Samuel was going to anoint David, God told him, remember David was a teenager, God told him, said, I have found David a man after my own heart. What do you think that means? What do you think it means to a man after God's own heart? You're going to have a comment out there. You want to come to the microphone? Please.
You follow God. A man who follows God.
Man who follows God.
Yeah.
Thank you. Man after God's own heart is a man who follows after God. Here's the way it is explained. Who will do all my will. That's it. Follow after God. In every area of our life. Our walk, talk, remember, our talk on, or our walk, talk, further, our talk on. That was his whole mode of operation. He was faithful to God in all of his life, but he was faithful. He was full of faith. He trusted God with what his future was. He trusted God. Many right now, during this trying time in our country, one thing after another, have had to learn to trust God with what tomorrow is going to bring, or what even today is going to do. I watch people now, it's almost automatic, the social distancing. It's really sad to watch. It's like people will start to walk this way and shrink back and walk another way. It's okay to be safe. I'm not saying not to be safe, but it just seems tragic that we lost a connection somehow with people out of fear. What's that? Worship. He realized God's word and he worshiped him. In fact, he wrote, don't tell me how many songs. Most of the songs are to music. He did those to music. He invented some 2,200 instruments, I think it was. Can you imagine? Stringed instruments and horns or anything he could make noise with. He invented that many instruments to express how much he cares for God.
The spoon?
The spoons, he might have been the one that invented the spoons. But he, like me, maybe, was looking for that note, trying to reach that note to express how he felt about God. But to have an attitude and a lifestyle of worship. What's the lifestyle of worship look like? It looks like, to me, that your lifestyle would be part of that worship. In other words, if you were following after God, is how it said, if you're following after God, then that following, if you're to be like Christ, is part of your worship. Your life becomes part of your worship. I had an instructor in Bible college when I was just a young man, about 20. I remember him saying, school is part of your ministry. And what he was meaning by that was, if you're moving forward in any area, it's not wasted time to take time to learn how to do it, or education is not a waste, right? It's just not a waste. But he was saying that some of you are wanting to hurry and get busy about doing something for God, but you have to take care of the basics, is what he's saying. And so we, as believers, to follow Christ, what does it mean to follow Christ? It means we learn what that means, to walk the way Jesus walked, to act the way Jesus acted, to do the will of God totally, completely in our lives. What does that look like? That is part of our ministry in ourselves, and each one of us is to walk that out. I'm finishing now, but David, he said this, and I really dug into this because this was very fascinating to me. He said, "Keep me as the apple of your eye, God." The apple of the eye is that the little thing right in the corner of your eye. It looks like where the hinge is. It looks like a hinge almost, but it's that little spot on your eye. And so that word apple in Hebrew means ish. I-S-H. Ish is the term for man. Isha is the one for woman. The woman came from man, according to Genesis. And so it's saying that ish, keep the little man, keep an eye on the little man. basically. It's saying, God, look at me and keep me close to where I follow after what even when your eye looks away. When we had some of our earlier family reunions, we didn't have enough seats, so everybody was sitting around the walls on the floor of my mom and dad's huge living room. And somebody would start a song, and somebody else would start a song. And then we would just tell stories and talk about God, what He's done for us. They did a little experiment one day. They decided, all the kids had went and played in other rooms, and so they decided to try this, just by a look, controlling your children. And so they called the kids back in the living room, and they just started looking at the kids and motioning with their eyes, and it was amazing to watch what the kids would do when mom would just look a certain way. And then my dad had made rubber band guns for all the kids, rifles, pistols, whatever. I know it's not politically correct, but he had given those to his grandkids for Christmas. And mom disappeared. She came back with a bag full of rubber bands. And then the big kids took away the little kids' guns, and all us big kids had fun with it for a while. But I was amazed at the way that if you're truly paying attention to the eyes of your Father, or eyes of your Maker, eyes of that one that you're trying to please, you'll recognize when they're trying to give you a message or something. And I was fascinated by that. Keep me in the apple of your eye. There's another scripture that says, may I keep your word, your promises and your word as the apple of my eye. May I look to them as being so important that everything I view in life has got that in the corner of it at all times. And I believe that's where He wants us to be. Family. If your family is a blended family, or if your family is a family in a blender, I would challenge you to try to be the peacemaker instead of the umpire for that family. You know, I don't like chaos. I don't like struggle. But you have to have that in order to bring peace somehow. And so our dysfunction should be an opportunity for us to prove that God's peace is able to calm that storm in our families' lives and in our worlds. And we talk a lot about our world. It would be fun. Wouldn't it be fun to have everybody in each one of your worlds sit around the same table, just for fun? Everybody that's in your world. It'd be a big turkey. It'd be a big turkey. Miss Donna would have to be a traitor for her. 88 kids, grandkids, great-grandkids in her family. Well, she said it wasn't her fault, it was Stanley's fault. What she said. You blame Stanley. See what you started, see what you did. And yours was a blended family. At times, even the most peaceful blended family that is a family in a blender somehow at times. But they're still family. And we still love them. Right? Anybody else have a comment? Anybody have the last word? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, sometimes the simplest things I see are such a deep message that I'm digesting that message for days, weeks. I thank you for what you've been discussing with me about my part in my family. I pray, God, that I live up to Jesus' commands, His examples, and that I live to be in your eye, in the apple of your eye. that I care enough about what you care about, that I seek to do your will. Oh God, to be a man after your own heart. I so desire to be a man after your own heart. Help us to do that. Help us to look towards that. And I want to thank you for it. We thank you for every family that's represented here today. We thank you for every world that is represented here. Each one of their worlds. We thank you for bringing Jesus to us, sending him, so that we can go back with him. In Jesus' name.